What's up, guys? We have huge breaking news. This guy, Usstann, has transferred over to NASA Server 2 with all of his gear, 22,000 gear score, the new leader on the leaderboards. I believe arguably the strongest player on the Asian server, pretty much the strongest player in any Archeworld server, has transferred over all of his gear. Every gear he has is 6th tier, and the only thing he couldn't transfer over was this cloak. And this kind of makes sense because if we look at the auction house, someone just went and bought all of the honor tokens off of the auction house. So this guy who's just come over needed honor tokens to get a cloak to start upgrading it, so he just went through and just literally bought everything off of the auction house, because that's the one piece of gear equipment that, really he can't transfer. He can't transfer over his glider either. So that also is going to be semi on the weak side. But everything else is tier 6, grade on these things. And look at the bonus stats on the Celestial Staff. Just pure madness. Like, this guy is going to be unkillable, I think, for a long time on the American server. You can just see the leaderboards are just starting up right now for the week. But I mean, our highest, if you go back to the previous week, was 18.8s, and this is North America 1. North America 2, the highest there was 17.8s, and man, I have a feeling that even Eastside will not be able to hit Usstann, at 22k. I don't know what the combat level he has is, but oh my, this is huge. And the drama is already starting. Discord is going crazy. A lot of people are, talking about this because it's very big. Let's show you the honor tokens. So there was, like, literally about an hour ago, there was a lot of honor tokens, and now they're all gone. 200 honor tokens pretty much sold in the last, hour or so. And I'm assuming it's all this Usstann guy who's just bought up the auction house and is now upgrading his cloak. So we just did a video on the cloak and stuff, and when I went to see, I was like, there was only 2 honor tokens up here for sale, which is very odd. And then someone alerted me saying that, hey, we've got a new boss. We've got Usstann over here, transferred all of his stuff. So as crazy as this is, it definitely sucks, in my opinion, for server 2, right? It sucks that you can transfer over a character that is 8 months old into a 1-month-old server. Very, very bad, right? Terrible. But this is one person, so he can be CC'd. He does not have his ancestral levels either, so ancestral levels did not transfer over. So he is, level 55 or level ancestral 1. We might see a surge in EXP potions again as he buffs up his character level, going to ancestral 5, ancestral 10, ancestral 20, etc. But yeah, so like, he spent a lot to transfer this stuff. So it's 500 BSLT for each item to transfer over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 items times 500. So that is 6,500 BSLT to transfer over his gear. Like, that's not cheap. That's pretty expensive to do a quote-unquote server transfer. Like, XL Games is definitely happy about this, and overall he's now buying items on the auction house. Like I said, he's buying these honor tokens to upgrade his cloak, so he's pumping things, into the game. He doesn't need to buy much else. Like, maybe he doesn't need to buy cores. He has all his gear at tier 6. So the only other thing that he could potentially buy is more Archeum. He could buy Archeum to upgrade. And also, he's not going to have any houses on this server unless he goes and buys a bunch of houses. So he's going to need to buy Archeum on the server if he does want to ever progress further. And we do know that there will be higher tiers than tier 6 in the future. We're just not there yet, right? So he's going to either need to buy a bunch of houses, he's going to need to either buy a bunch of Archeum. So he can help the economy out some, by buying and having a lot of funds available, because we do know this guy is rich, right? This guy is loaded. He's got lots of money at 22K on the Asian server. So him on the server will change the dynamics of the economy for sure. Unfortunately, like, he doesn't need purple Archean cores. He doesn't need blue Archean cores. He doesn't need even yellow Archean cores, because everything is there. So the things he does need, he needs Archeum, he needs honor tokens. He will need a little bit of blue Shadowgun crystals to upgrade his character and get his ancestral levels. He also will need a lot of these faint stoner rifts, so we might see an increase in these things. So these things are probably a buy right now. We'll probably buy a bunch of these guys right now, because to upgrade your ancestral level, you need 500, and then to go to level like 5+, you need, I think it's 10,000. To go further, you need more and more and more. So we're just going to go and pick up some of these guys, because I think he will be needing these. And also, I also want them myself, because I make Hereafter stones. And if the price of these things go up, that means the price of the Hereafter stones go up. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to buy these up just in case that these things skyrocket in value, and I can still make a bunch of Hereafter stones, because I use a ton of Hereafter stones by teleporting all over the map to my houses every single day. I think I use about 80 Hereafter stones per day just via teleporting, so I definitely want these things to stay cheap, but might as well just buy a bunch up, because yeah, I have a feeling these are going to get more expensive. So you have to think like that. Like, there's always pros and cons. Yes, farming could be very difficult now on server 2, depending on who else comes over. We've already seen, too, on server 1, someone did transfer over a weapon to server 1, a tier 6 weapon, and it's now in possession of Spell, or Spell has this weapon. So he transferred over a +6 illustrious long spear, and look at those bonus stats as well. So we have definitely power change over here. Spell is at 19,269 gear score for this week, at least. We don't know exactly where he will be, if he's going to transfer any more items or anything like that. So yeah, so the economy in the world is changing, as we said in another video, and it's ever changing here. We'll have to see what happens and how things shake out. But yes, politics, drama, server transfers are technically sort of live right now with all these tier 6 gears going back and forth. You do have to have a lot of money to do this. Like I said, the guy spent 6,500 BSLT to transfer all of his gears. Actually, no, I think it was 7,500 BSLT, because I think it was 15 items. 15 times 500 is 7,500. So that's a lot of money. That's roughly $2,000 to transfer over. Anyways, let me know your thoughts, comments down below. Love to hear from you guys. This is big news. What are you guys thinking about this? Is it bad? Is it good? What do you think? Hopefully this doesn't happen in Europe. That's all I got to say, right? If they open a new server and day one you can transfer over, that's very, very bad in my opinion. We've talked about that a lot already on this this channel. And yeah, you know my feelings on that. But yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you in the next one.